What up, though? How you doing, though? Slept in 3 days, so this show is gonna be extra good. We've had some sex-heavy shows lately, and I'm gonna keep it 100. It's kind of what our people like, anyway. They like the sexy talk. You not smashing Camille? I talked to her. I'm fucking her next time she comes out here.
Yeah,
Penthouse, yeah.
I believe it.
I'm gonna fuck her.
I don't doubt that for a second.
I might even record it just to play for you. Be like, this could have been you.
Picture all these things happening.
My stroke game's pretty good. It ain't as good as Chris because he be working out. Chris, hey, it makes a difference. When I worked out versus when I didn't work out, like, I noticed a difference. But the not working out forces you to, like, use angles. Like, do the angles, hit the grind, pause for a second, you know what I mean? You got to be like that old wily veteran. You gotta be like the pitcher that puts jalapeno in his nose and then gets a snot on the ball and throws it. Like, you just gotta come with shit like that. Get the sinker to drop an extra 2 inches. That's how I be fucking now. But the other day I was fucking. The porn chick? Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Bonnie? Oh no.
Fuck Bonnie.
No, I'm sorry. I never figured.
But I had to go really hard. I had to try extra hard. There was literally, like, I had her bent over the picnic table in my house and just beating it, and I was like, I'm gonna die. But I was like, fuck it.
You have a picnic table in your house?
Yeah, I gave my sister the real table, and I just got a picnic table in my crib.
I mean, a picnic is like I'd find in a park.
I mean, the benches aren't attached to the fucking table, but yeah, they slide out.
Oh.
My grandparents had a picnic table, so I grew up around that shit. Because they're Catholic, right? And back, I don't know how it is now, but like back in the day with the Catholic shit, you couldn't use birth control. So they just kept having kids. So they're like, they figured out quickly, like, this buying chairs is some bullshit. So they just got a bench, and you just kept sliding motherfuckers on. 6 kids.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, man. 6 kids. They had to go. This is how fucking deep it was back then. They had to literally go to the priest and be like, "Look, hey, we can't afford any more fucking kids. You mind if we stop?" And the priest was like, "You've done your job, populating the Catholic Church. Thank you very much." And I think they got fucking 3 out of 6 end up being Catholic. Yeah, there was like anti-religion, so not bad. Not fucking bad at all. Then there's other cultures where it's just like having a lot of kids shows your masculinity. It's like, hey, I'm a man. Look at all these fucking kids. Can't feed them, but I made them. I'm a man. Look at all these kids I made. We're on welfare, but I'm a fucking man. Look at that. Not the smartest people. Because a man would take care of his kids. And this is coming from a shit father. I'm a bad dad. So I can't be like, I'm a man, I took care of my kids. I did not take care of my child. I was a bad dad.
You're a bad dad.
Yeah. Her family also had more dough than me, so they kind of like leveraged that shit. It's tough when they can outspend you. You know what I mean? You're just like, ah, fuck. Speaking of fucking, we're gonna talk about the fun fucking, the one that you don't have to fucking have a kid afterwards. All that money and the vagina gets all fucking stretched out for a minute. Tits start fucking looking weird from the breastfeeding. Shan Boodram. She's a sexologist and an author.
What does that mean, a sexologist? Who certifies? Are you? I mean, she's just calling herself a sexologist?
I don't know, man. I'll ask her. Do you want to fucking challenge her goddamn fucking credentials on the air? Is that what you want to do?
I want to see the card.
We already booked her, man.
I know. Where's the license?
That's something you want to take care of ahead of time.
Well, she's written a book.
As far as we're concerned here, she's a fucking sexologist. I'm a sexologist too. Game of Desire: 5 surprising secrets to dating men with dominance and getting what you want. I mean, ideally, a good relationship is both people get what they want. I'm sure she'll agree with me. I won't bring it up because the big reason why we got her here, y'all, is she believes in wiping pussy on her neck to attract men.
Even has a name for it.
What's it called? Pussy neck?
Vabbing.
Oh, like vagina and dabbing?
I guess.
Vabbing? Fucking vabbing. And then what we did is this morning, I didn't take a shower last night. I woke up this morning and I wiped around my nuts and my armpits and put it in a bag. You did the same from yesterday after working out?
I did it this morning.
You did this morning as well, John?
I got a good sample.
When was the last time? When did you shower last?
I was a little gamey, so I waited to get it going this morning. So it had been well over like 30 hours since I showered.
Ooh. Yeesh.
I avoided my anus because that would have been a whole different thing. I purposely didn't want that because that was too much. And it would have been in there, and it would have been, she would have said, fuck this.
What the fuck is going on here, man?
Who are these guys?
What the fuck is happening? And so she's gonna, and there's a whole theory that like, and I've discussed this theory. The theory is that like, if you're not attracted to someone's pheromones, that means they're probably a bad person for you to breed with, and that you should stay away, because chances are you might have weaker offspring. That's the whole fucking deal. And then the other thing is if you mix up the races and shit like that. Like if you look at dogs, purebreds tend to have more problems than mixed dogs because they just tend to be healthier and they got like more shit to fight different things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we'll see. She mixed or a black chick or some shit. She's like light skinned?
She is light skinned,
yeah.
I think.
So she's like a black chick. She might be. So I'm kind of curious which one she's gonna find. Which bag she's gonna find more hot.
I think the problem that I am discovering, you guys just went with nice little sample collectors. I took an old T-shirt and cut it up, so mine looks like a dark, like faded rag.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, because I was like, I can't smell shit but bleach from the goddamn underwear on my shit. But I might be immune to my own dick smell, you know what I'm saying?
Mine just looks funky, like a bag of funk.
Damn, she's cute.
Yeah, I know.
What's her shit? People follow her. Check her out.
Shan Boodram?
Shan Booty with the D-Y. She's crushing. She got 249,000 followers. She's doing quite fine on her own, but check her out. Shan Booty. Looks good. Sexy little red bone. And she wrote a book. I'm looking at it. It looks like it's pretty well written too. So there you go. She's coming in next. All right, let's stop talking about it and bring her play some music. Bring her ass in. Got the news after that and the pill mix after that. It's a good day for you. It's been a good week, y'all.
You're listening to the All Show with you.
Shave 45. I got an author here. Shan, how say your last name? Boodram?
You did it. It's like a little rhyme. Shan Boodram. Just say it real
Shan
quick.
Boodram. That's fuck. That sounds exotic as fuck. Shan Boodram.
It's a West Indian last name, so
yeah.
There's no French accent. But if it makes you happy, go ahead. I
wanted to
respect.
roll that motherfucking like ruffles at the ridges. Shan Boodram. The Game of Desire is a book that you wrote. 5 Secrets of Dating with Dominance and Getting What You Want. It's so weird though. Talking to you, it seems like you would be down for compromise. Are you? Is this? Explain this to me.
Yeah, it is compromise. It's
Okay.
essentially I'm encouraging women to get out of the passenger seat of their love lives. Stop waiting to get chosen, waiting to get picked up, waiting for someone to like them, waiting for someone to call you back. Know what you want, know who you are, go after it with a strategy, and use psychology to your benefit. That's what the book is really about. So ultimately, everybody wins when you play the game of desire. There are no losers.
I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more about that. And I think women are taking a weird, it's almost like they're taking a weird passive role and they're taking a weird assertive role that they shouldn't be taking. Like
Yes.
buying dinner and shit. Like fucking let the dude buy the dinner.
Well, some men would drastically prefer women to buy the dinner. So I think what we're really saying is that it's the rules are not the rules anymore. And so you got to figure out what your strategy is, what you're
And what
looking
you
for.
want. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But in my caveman brain, like the way I could show I can provide for you in the courting process at least is to take care of things.
I think the rule of thumb now is that still the man like sort of expected to pay for dinner or at least really offer. And then
Right.
after that, it's like everybody's fair game.
Yeah.
You still got to do the reach, though. I
Yeah.
think that's the modern update. I think if you're in a heterosexual relationship, you're on a date, doing the reach as a woman to at least imply that you have some intention of paying or you brought your wallet, I think that's like the new etiquette.
My thing is do not do the reach and do the stare.
Do the stare.
Yeah.
Like put the pressure on, like what you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yep.
Okay. So
That's-
you want a woman who's dating with dominance and getting what she wants. I
Yeah.
love that free lobster.
Yeah. Yeah, look, and if I come up in her phone next to my name is free fucking food, then I'm not gonna fuck with her anymore.
Okay.
But if she appreciates what I'm doing, then I will fuck with her. You know what I mean? Like I would look out for you as long as you appreciate it and look out for me back.
Yes.
On the other end.
Well, what's your love language? What makes a date reciprocal for you? For you to feel like that was a great investment of my time.
Well, if we have good conversation, yeah, I actually really enjoy good conversation. If someone and if someone shows a bit of says thank you, you know, it's just like little small things. You know what I mean? Just like little small things. Says thank you. A lot, like when I open the door and they walk through it, hey, thank you. You know what I mean? Like if I'm opening the door and they're walking through it, like I thought so, bitch. I'm like,
But you basically said that you want that when it comes to the payment. You just want the stare.
but
You want the expectation to be set in stone prior to there being any verbal agreements that was going to go down.
well, if usually it's a lot of times it's a man that asks a woman out on the date, so I think he should be taking charge of that. Like if I asked you out on a date, I wouldn't expect you to fucking.
I would still do the reach. I would do the reach. I might judge you if you allow me to, not judge in a
Yeah,
negative
yeah.
way, but assess to say, oh man, like we may have different values at this time. I may
Exactly.
not. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
like liberal when it comes to the payment thing.
I think yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and look, I'm for that, but what I hear a lot of times is the girls do the reach and then they end up, especially out here in Los Angeles, they end up fucking paying and then they're all fucking bitter about it. So I'm like, well, if you're upset about it, then don't do the fucking reach because you find yourself paying for these fucking lanes.
I feel like you find out sooner than later that this person doesn't value what you value.
Yes.
So it actually is better to get it out the way the first date. Because if you allow me to pay, then perhaps your values, which are like, nah, like I'm the man, I asked you out, this is my way of showing that I have value to you,
Yep.
they don't feel that way.
Yep.
So you learned that on date 1 versus date 10 or 10 years down the line. So count your blessings.
There it is. All right, so there's 5 surprising secrets to dating. Give
Yes.
me one. one. So
You know what? The
so
secrets
they-
are not that surprising. It's
They're
really a
not?
5-phase strategy, which is like
Okay.
know yourself, change what's not working, learn from the best. If you want to be the best at anything, you have to absorb information from people who are smarter than you. Then you have to practice in low-risk environments, and then you have to be that person consistently.
So, like, be the dumbest person in the room with your friends? Is that kind of
If
it?
that's what you know about yourself, that's what you've changed to become dumb, and that's what you've learned from others, and that's what you've practiced, then yes, you're going to be dumb.
Well, I like to be like, I like to be around motherfuckers that know more than me, therefore I can soak up game from them. And,
Yes.
like, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the fucking guy in here. Like, I want to be like, this dude is crushing, this dude is crushing, this lady's crushing. Let me learn.
Yes, but you've got to first acknowledge what it is that you want to learn. So it's just like it's actually like the 5-phase strategy, the 5 secrets could really
Okay.
apply to any field. But we did it in specificity to dating because this is an area that people are like, hey, I read my astrology charts and that to me is my taking control.
Right.
And of course, that's just not. I can't imagine one place in life if you want to excel where you would do nothing but wait.
888-742-3345 if you want to talk to Shan Boodram about dating. She clearly knows what the fuck she's talking about. The first one seems to be the hardest one, is to know yourself.
Yes, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. How did you learn it the hard way?
Because I've been in this space for 13 years. And so to do this book, I wanted to test out my strategy on 6 people who are just like, yo, I don't know why, but this is the most trash area of my life. Help. And so I took them through the 5-phase strategy. And in my mind, I was like, this is a 6-week program.
Right.
But the no component alone took 8 weeks.
What's the no component?
You got to know
Oh, the
yourself.
knowing. Yeah.
Knowing yourself intimately and being honest about who you
Right, right.
are and who you're not, who you've been to other people, how you have not shown up in other intimate relationships, what's been done to you, and how in return that's caused a reactionary persona that could be hurting other people. So really looking at yourself and having the language describe exactly who you are took a long time. I have a free workbook online that takes 2 hours. So if
Yeah.
anybody wants to do the no component for free, you can go ahead and do that and go to thegameofdesire.com/workbook.
2 hours.
It takes a long time, yes.
Ain't nothing free in this world. It's gonna
Yeah.
take 2 hours of your motherfucking time, but you'll learn some shit. My biggest problem was, you could have given me a PowerPoint presentation on how I was fucking up and where my weaknesses were, but I had these blind spots and was living in denial, and it really took me a long time to be able to look at myself in the mirror. And like I was telling you, I got a girl from Canada. Like, it took me, I was single for 10 years, fucking slutty as hell, or not even, I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yes.
Like I was perfectly fine with my behavior. But it took me a really long time to see what was going on in my life, that why I couldn't settle down. And
What was that piece? That piece that you had to take a hold of and say, I'm going to make a change. It's going to be difficult, but I'm going to do this for my own betterment.
To be frank, I was mad at my mother, and I thought I was, like, I dealt with, you deal with things as they go, and you build a callus so that one can continue living without that pain, the daily pain. So you just be like, that's whatever. But then it shows up in other aspects of your life where you're having trust issues and this and that. So it was like, yeah, you could have given me a fucking 20, like, you on paper probably, you could have seen my behavior and been like, oh, this motherfucker got mom issues.
Yes.
But if he was like, hey, Jude, you got mom issues? No, I don't. I'm good with my mom. Man, I hang out with my mom. She took me to go see Keith Sweat when I was little. Like, she's the shit, But, like, coming to terms with that.
But you went to therapy, so you really, or was that after you realized?
No, I did 5-MeO DMT. I did a psychedelic that helped me realize. So
Wonderful.
it was therapy, because I did it with intention.
Did you not do therapy at all? Because you told me you did.
I did, but they were fucking bad. It's
Okay.
bad when you're smarter than a therapist, or like they're
Which happens.
they're laughing at your fucking. It's like, I feel like I'm doing a stand-up routine for these motherfuckers. Like, who's charging who? Like, you know what I mean? Like.
But I mean, like, there's bad doctors, there's bad therapists. I mean, the whole industry is fucked. But yes, it is unfortunate that you got someone who wasn't the best suited for you. But I'm glad you found therapy on your own terms and you pursued that.
Yeah.
And you weren't detoured by like self-help. One way didn't work for you. You still found another angle. So you're an inspiration story.
888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Let's go to Amelia. Like Earhart. What up, Amelia?
Hi, I just have a really quick question.
Go ahead,
wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Reverend
so
Canada.
basically, I have a new partner, and we're trying to find out what's a comfortable sex position. He really likes doggy style, but it's like uncomfortable for me. And like I'm trying out new positions, but I'm just not comfortable with it in general. So I just wanted to know like what's a good way to start that off.
Yes, I think that that's a wonderful thing. You can actually acknowledge that and say, this isn't working for me, doesn't feel good for me. There's this sex toy called the Tri-Cock Sling, and it essentially is a place where you can put your balls and you can put the penis, and depending on which way you angle it, you can put it, because some men like their balls drawn away from their body for pleasure. So it draws the balls away on one angle. If you turn it around, it actually removes like 1 inch to 2 inches of the penis. And so he might be too lengthy for you, and so that creates like an automatic buffer so they can't thrust as deep, and then that might give you more leeway with positions. Or if you find that you're uncomfortable, it might be a matter of not enough foreplay, because the woman's vaginal canal elongates from 4 inches to 8 inches when she's fully aroused, and arousal can take up to 20 minutes in time. So it might be that you guys are trying to penetrate too quickly and you're hitting the cervix, which is painful.
Which one is it? Does he got that bat, or is he just not?
Yeah, no, he's really big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, quick, I just wanted to say, Shan, you're a bad bitch, and I think you're so pretty.
Yes, thank you. Oh, the flirtation. I live. I appreciate that. Thanks, you, Amelia.
888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Kid in Houston. Let's go to Kid. What up, Kid?
How y'all doing?
Man, you got it. You got Sean right here.
Right on. Hey, quick question. So I got a girlfriend. I'm 32. I've been kind of like what he was saying. Like I'm the same way. I got mother issues, but I've been cheating on her, and I want to stop. Like, but it's just I don't know why. And it's not like I'm cheap. It's just I don't know. I don't understand. I need to stop. I want to stop. I don't want to do this no more. I've been doing like being single for a while, but I need answers. What's up?
Jude, this is a question for you to take and run.
Well, you know what, man? It was really crazy, man. I did that. You know how you feel love? You can tell someone you love them, but you like love is this tiny word that is trying to describe this giant feeling that you have for somebody, and you can tell them that you love them, but if you don't really feel that shit in your fucking heart, what it took for me was like I had to feel empathy for my mother and understand that she was doing the best that she could, and that she wasn't trying to hurt me, and that not all women are out there like that. And what I did was
can I say one thing? Because the only thing, my mom accused me of touching my little sister when I was a junior in high school.
Damn.
And so it's like it's been fucking with me ever since. Like I don't know how to stop that, because it's like we don't like she kind of still thinks like I want to do that, because I've been good. I graduated from college. I know I did not at all.
Okay, just
like,
curious.
That's my little sister. No, not at all. I would never do nothing, shit like that. But
is she saying you did?
She saying I did. She had the SRS come in. She had me put out the house.
The mom or your sister?
What's going on? My mom. My mom.
So your sister's like, it didn't happen. You're like, it didn't happen. Your mom is tripping?
Yes.
Oh, you got a crazy ass mom.
My sister's 20. She's 21 years old. I tried to get her to move down to Houston with me because she sings. I'm trying to get her to just to live life, and she can live with me, no rent. And my mom's like, why you want her to move down there so bad? I'm like, so I can show her how to live life, so she's not living in the house with her mom. Like, it's my little sister. Like, I want to show her what I didn't know, and it's hurting me because it's like it's affecting my relationships, because I don't know. It's weird because me and my mom, like, I love her. We have a good relationship, but I don't know.
You know what? I'm in an open relationship, but that means she gets to do what she wants to do too. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm in an open relationship where I don't have to worry about being betrayed. Mm-hmm. It sounds like your mother betrayed you. You know what I mean? Like, she's accused you of some shit that you didn't do. So that's kind of how my girl really knew how to get me. I was like one of them fucking feral animals that she would like feed every now and again and never like try to put me in a box, and then allowed me to come to her. You know what I mean? So like, if you get a smart chick that understands you and kind of allows you to accepts you for who you are and allows you to come to her, then I think perhaps that'll be a good look for you.
I would say it's a mix of both here. The empathy one is the perfect advice there, because at the end of the day, we have a very easy time addressing the pain and the hurt someone caused us without acknowledging how that's actually making us cause pain and hurt to others.
Right.
But it is a cycle. And so your mom is excusing her behavior through whatever hurt happened to her. So somebody has to acknowledge and say the origin and empathize and say, I know why you did this. I know where this is coming from. It's not okay, but I understand. And I wish your mom's lack of healing is so much more damaging to her than it could ever be for you. And so feel sorry for her at the end of the day, but also acknowledge, that this is why she feels how she feels. And just how you can say, I treat women negatively because of this happening to me. If we spoke to the women who you have hurt, they probably wouldn't have the empathy for you. But somebody has to be the person to press stop on the cycle and to analyze and say, people are imperfect. And people aren't bad people. I don't think there's a lot of really inherently evil, Dr. Evil motherfuckers out there.
No.
People just have bad ways of going about good intentions.
Yeah. And when I was like doing my little psychedelic, it was like people are doing the best they can. And it was that, you can say it, but I really deeply felt it within my heart, and it gave me that empathy. And you know what? I didn't bring it up with my mom either, kid, because it's just like, that's for me to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, your mom's going to be your mom. You might have to put up some boundaries to help protect yourself from it if you feel like it's a negative thing, and that's just what it's gonna be, man. Like,
I feel like that practice of acceptance too, like I say in the book, that the practice is one of the phases, because you have to practice in low risk environments in order for it to count where it's actually hard for you.
what would be a low risk environment for somebody?
For him, for example, it might be social media.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be part of cancel culture or drag culture, because you're going to be the person to say, what did that person really mean? How did they feel? What information was passed down to them where they thought this was okay? Like, let me not be part of the person who just points, blames, and chastises. I'm actually going to look for the humanity in every single person.
Yeah.
So if you can practice doing that all throughout your life, eventually you might be able to develop the muscle memory to do that for your mom.
There you go. All right. That was deep. Now we're going to get crazy.
Yeah.
All right. You know she's got brains. And tell me about what's the word for it that you're doing?
Vabbing.
Tell me about vabbing, because I'm a big proponent of this.
Okay.
Yes.
Fascinating. So vabbing is in my book, we did practice. And so practice in low risk environments mean we tested out different psychological experiments to see what could work in attracting people. And one of the experiments that we did at Soho House was vabbing. And that is when you take your vaginal fluids. You wouldn't take it from like the vulva where it'd be more discharge. You would take it fresh from the Bartholin gland, from the opening of the vaginal canal, and you would apply that like you would apply perfume. So on your neck, the back of your neck, along your collarbone, if you wanted to, on your wrist, that when you talk to people. And you would do this for dates or for going out to a club where you're going to be in close proximity to people. And the goal is that your pheromones would attract and draw people in.
The right people, too.
Potentially the right people, because people are only attracted to certain people's pheromones.
Yeah,
yes.
there's been times where like this chick is perfect on paper, and then like 2 Vigras and I can't even get my dick hard because just her smell. And it's not it's not like, oh, she's funky. It was just the smell was like, y'all finna have some weak ass kids.
Well, you were gonna have these people on the show. The T-shirt example. And people smelled T-shirts, and they didn't see the person first.
Right.
And they just smelled like no deodorant, no nothing. Someone just wore a T-shirt for the day and like worked out.
Right.
And then people smelled them, and the next day they showed them the people, and they found there was a correspondence between whose smell you were attracted to and who you were attracted to in person.
That is gangster. Did you vab?
I did vab, yes. I'm very terrified now, though.
Why?
Because I've never vabbed with intention of being sniffed. You know, I've never had anybody make a comment about it before.
Well,
and so there's an intentionality now that makes this quite nerve-wracking.
But to be fair, we also put ourselves in bags.
Yes.
So that you
should maybe
do you want to go first?
Expand that though. What do you mean by you put yourself in bags?
So I did armpits and around the genital region. I don't know if I sweated enough, but I wore some tight ass jeans yesterday.
And no underwear?
No, I wore I got fucking hemorrhoids. I can't not wear underwear. Look like first day of period. It's fucking real bummer. Chris did it as well. And John did it as well.
Shout out to you for the double entendre with Real Bummer.
Yes, I didn't even peep it, but shout out to you for fucking peeping the bummer. Yeah. So it's a bit nerve-wracking for us as well because, like, and the thing is you don't know what you're going to be attracted to. Like, so it's totally, you'll do a blind one. So.
And I should note that scientifically there is no proof that this works to any capacity. There's been anecdotal results, but it's never been studied to that capacity. And also, too, like you know how animals sniff each other's butts? Like that's the pheromones they're trying to draw. Right. There's a different part of their brain that processes the scent of pheromones that it's said that humans don't have. Really? So that is to say, this is all just a bit of fun. It's an experiment. And I think, if anything, it's a placebo. If it makes you feel more confident and more badass and more like leaning into somebody and more flirtatious, that's when it works. I don't know.
There's been Italian men will do that with back in the day. They would do it with their
handkerchiefs
and put it in their shit.
Yes.
Yeah. So this has been going on for quite some time.
It's been going on, yes.
And like, to me, it's a
little bit of fun, then, eh?
Yeah, and it's like, if you're a dude, like, what's your favorite thing? Vagina. And then, so, like, if I could smell it, like, hey, I'm with that shit. So there it is.
It's fascinating how many men have just been, like, viscerally angry at me for this. Like,
really?
Because this has been, like, a viral little moment for me. It's been translated into several languages. It's got posted on so many sites. And I've gotten a lot of really angry comments about it.
What? Can you give me an example? That seems ridiculous. What would be the comment?
I think the fear of hygiene, of it being unsanitary, of smelling like fish. That's a comment that I've seen a lot.
Really, though?
Yeah, which I understand because, consumerism. Consumerism tells us that our bodies are in need of massive overcorrection. We've been brainwashed to believe that we stink without the help of X product.
Yeah, like the whole douching thing. It robs your vagina of the natural juices.
Yes, it does. Listen. Preacher choir.
Motherfucking, our bodies ourselves over here. All right. So do you want to? No,
smell me first. That's the thing, because I will judge how rude I am to you based on your smell.
Wow. I'm not gonna say anything until you smell us, and then we'll go. Let me see, because I don't even know.
Chris, are you going to sniff me as well, or is that too far? Is that too far of a travel for you?
To be real, he perked up.
Who did? Chris?
My dick.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you're not lying. Do the other side. That way it's a fresh. No, should not. Side? Yeah, that way you get untainted.
There's two things I don't lie on: my thread count, and my dick. Remember that shit.
All right, then my turn now, right?
All right, John, go ahead. Wait, John, go on.
I can smell?
Yeah, man, you're fucking part of it.
All right, I'm going to apply. This is very official, by the way. There's gloves here, latex gloves you've provided me with, which I will use.
And we don't even know.
Ooh, that's nice.
It is nice. Now, did you mix that with anything, or is that?
Well, here's the thing. Because of the fact that, yes, we do live, like, I have a bunch of hair products on. That's the thing, too. Like, when they say that rocks give off vibrations.
Yeah.
Which is true, but in a world where there's subways and cars and highways and computers and laptops and things buzzing.
Wi-Fi and shit.
Yeah, that vibration that rock is giving off is so minuscule in the grand scheme of the world. So, yes, I do have it on, but I also have hair products. I also have showered. There's cream. So there's a bunch of other scents it's probably mixing with.
It was good, and I wasn't lying. Yeah, I was like, hey.
Do you think it smelled vaginally?
I think it smelled, whatever it smelled, and I don't know if it was the idea of me smelling it or the scent itself. It smelled inviting, and like I said, it made, like, I was like, hey.
That sound effect for you hitting the mic actually really worked, like a boing.
Yeah, it was just like, hey now. How's that for you, Chris?
I think it smelled real natural. I mean, it's nice.
Yeah?
Way better than perfume.
Yeah.
I hate perfume smell, so.
Actually, I'm going to put that on my tombstone or something. Like, there's somewhere that review must go, maybe on Amazon, like, much better than perfume.
Oh, you don't want my dick went boing?
No.
All right, John, go ahead.
No, I liked it. I mean, I think they have to really get up in there though to smell it. I mean, from here, I'm not really.
Well, no.
You have to. Yes, that's the thing. Is it's for dates or for clubs.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, but you had to have gotten up in there. And in the book, when we did it, we were at a bar, and this person was like in my neck talking to me. Now, mind you, this person was also drunk. So there's a lot of factors you can't really say if it's an experiment that works or not. But absolutely, I've seen some crazy things happen. I've also had times I've done it and there's been no reaction. So.
And to your point, like there's like sometimes like I'll go down on a chick and I won't wash my face on purpose just so I can just that all day. Because it's just like, hey,
yeah,
it's like coffee. It's just like, hey, get you going. All right, so and feel free to be descriptive.
Okay.
I would love,
One is a tissue.
I didn't know what to. Oh fuck.
Okay, but this is yours. Now we know.
Well, shit, I blew it.
Okay, so it's difficult to smell beyond the plastic. So that to be said, the plastic is actually a stronger scent.
You can take it out.
That's why I gave you the gloves.
Yeah.
Understood. And here's the thing, that the paper towel actually has a stronger scent than the actual. I can smell a hint of it, so I feel like there's a part of my brain that recognizes what it is, but it's not strong enough where...
You can do try the cloth in there.
Okay, I'll try the cloth.
No,
there's a cloth
in there,
I don't believe there is. It's just paper towel.
Oh, then that might not be me.
Okay, well, there we go.
You're really tainting the
Sorry.
Jude.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're ruining everything.
I'm not really good at science.
Okay, once again, so the plastic. This one is moist. So that's perplexing. Like, why is this one, like, it's heavy?
That is weird.
Like,
Who would do that?
Some asshole.
Okay. This one's got a nutty smell to it.
Okay.
It's got a nutty smell that I think is pleasant.
All right.
Yeah, I think this is a pleasant smell.
Nutty, not as in
Do you
scrotum,
know?
But...
Yes.
Wow.
These actually smell very similar. Both sample A and C are very similar in nature.
Pleasing?
Very, very, it is a definite smell that you know what it is. Like, it's not, if somebody said, oh, this is, if I was blindfolded, I may not be able to guess. But if someone said it's underwear, I'd say, oh, I can understand how that would happen.
Right.
Yeah, but it's pleasing. All right, finally, in B. And what is the point of this? Am I supposed to choose my favorite?
Yeah, think what you would be the most attracted to.
I'm going to go with B. This is my final one. Maybe it's the one I just smelled the most recent, but there's something that's like nice and memorable about this one.
Thank you. John Matthews wins again.
There you go. John fucking wins.
Boom.
John, you got all that.
Congratulations.
Love it.
I don't know what you win, but
Oh, it's a lot.
To date with you didn't know that?
Come on, give it to me.
Don't worry, nothing will happen.
That's also true. Oh, thank you.
The game of desire, we actually have can I keep one? And then
yes.
All right,
what if I took that back? That'd be so weird.
You'd be like, no, that's mine. We have one to give away and one for me to keep. I really appreciate you coming in. It's what is your IG? Is it up on the screen for people to follow her? All right,
Yes,
it's up on the screen for people to follow her. Shan Boodram. Anytime you're in LA, doors open.
I live here, so that would be tomorrow. But
okay.
Next time that there is an experiment that we want to do, that could be fun because this was a great time. So thank you for having me.
Yeah. And Chris and I were both. Which one was it? Which one was I?
You were
I was the wet one because
moist.
I was trying to get the fucking armpit shit off of me. Like I can't get it with like dry shit, and I didn't have.
Oh, so you wet the paper
cloth
towel.
to get the fucking to try to wipe that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I was disappointed that I couldn't smell shit but bleach and stuff. Like I smelled detergent.
That's the thing, is there's so many more overpowering scents, and so you really have to get up in somewhere. And there actually have been gynecologists who have weighed in on this. There is no health risk to vabbing, and so aside from, again, it might be not your cup of tea, there's no risk in doing so.
I think ladies are just gonna feel sexier. Just even at the worst, you're gonna feel sexier. Like sometimes when I fuck, I'll go out afterwards, and guess what?
You feel sexy?
I feel sexier, and I pull chicks off of that shit. Yup.
Yeah, placebo. It means something.
Yeah, it really does. Chris, congratulations. You and I got the same nut smell.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Very
When you said it
similar
smelled, when
nuts.
you said it smelled nutty, you meant like testicles, or do you meant like
Yes,
fucking?
testicular.
What does testicular smell like?
You know what testicles smell like. There's
Well,
a
they
very
don't. Yeah,
particular. I can't explain it. There's like it's almost slightly like sweat, kind of like skin that's been folded up against each other.
Yeah.
But also like it's something that goes like it's a smell that your brain can register. There's nothing else quite like it.
There
we
it
go.
is.
But mine smells like love.
Yes, yours. It was like a nice Febreze-esque testicular scent.
Just made my weekend.
How many days in a row did you wear those fucking drawers?
You know, I was thinking ahead, so we're going on, 30, 35 hours of.
Just pure.
Pure
that's me.
Pure
Febreze.
dick.
That's
Yeah.
me. That's as John as it gets.
Thank you so much for coming on. The book, The Game of Desire, you can get it anywhere. The easiest way to do is just go on your phone, click on Amazon, and grab that shit.
Thank you for the instructions. That was wonderful of you. I also read the audiobook, so anybody who wants that, go ahead.
You like that voice, don't you?
Don't you?
Get that audiobook. Let's go.
You're listening to the All Out Show with you. And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
People suspect that Apple is listening to the microphone through Siri and letting contractors eavesdrop. And
What are contractors?
well, you know, third-party people, so they're hired to do work on apps and stuff like that and test things out. So,
Man, yeah, dude, it's getting fucking freaky, dog.
and it is true. And now they're apologizing for it, saying sorry about that.
Okay, well, fine, fuck it. They didn't say we're gonna stop.
Well, of course they are, because they're not going to let the contractors do it anymore. But
They're gonna do it, and then they're gonna fucking sell it to the goddamn contractors.
But get this. So they have picked up people having sex.
Yeah.
They-
Chris just taped the goddamn thing. You don't think that they got that shit?
Everyone has that. Now, but they've caught.
Touche.
No, said with love of your wife. All right, so, but they're caught people making drug deals, discussing confidential medical information, everything, and you've got it on your phone, Jude.
Oh yeah, they're fucking. They're
But you don't care.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But the way I figure it is like when they want to come get me, they're gonna come get me.
But you leave the phone by the bed when you're going to town. I mean, does that upset you that it's possibly picking it
A
up?
lot of times I don't. It just depends. A lot of times I try to keep the phone out of the room, just out of fucking. I don't want to be distracted, and I'm not one for recording shit,
Right.
so it's not really my deal. But yeah, it's some bullshit, yo. It was so deep that I've been wearing old school golf hats from the 80s. Lately, I just came up on some, like, thrifting. I ain't seen them in a minute, but, like, they're the ones with the ropes in the front, like, what the old rich dudes used to rock.
Oh yeah, sort of on their yachts and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I grabbed, but, you know, minus the feathers and shit, but, like, I grabbed one, and I was talking to somebody about one, and Amazon fucking was like, so you want to buy one of these? It like I didn't even know the name of the shit. Amazon figured out what the fuck I was talking about and then tried to sell me a blank one.
See, they are denying that that's happening. I know. I'm just saying.
I didn't search it. I was complimented on it a few times and we discussed it, and then boom, on my Amazon, that's the first thing they fucking asked for. Hey, you want to buy that? I was like, yeah, okay. And it worked too. I was like, all right, let me see what they look like, because I wanted to do like old school like hyena shits and see how that hyena hats. But we'll see. It's fucking wild, bro. Shit is real out here. Trill.
It's just incredible to me that they're picking up. Well, like it's not incredible.
Picking up fucking everything, man.
Everything, not just drug deals.
You signed like you. This is all right. You traded. You get to look on Instagram and order pizzas easy, and check your email and text. And for that, you traded all of your information. Everything. Your life. They know your fucking life. And people are like, so what? I don't care if I'm not doing anything illegal. It doesn't fucking matter. Huh? You're the fucking bitches that are going to get us cuffing up. They're going to cuff us up. Because the next thing is, and they're already doing this, is like, they're kicking people off. And then there's shit like users are attacking other people with misinformation. For example, and I don't like to get political, but this is just an example. Somebody was like, boycott Pizza Hut, they're donating to Trump. Pizza Hut was like, and it got like 100,000 retweets, and there's all this boycott Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut was like, bro, we're not donating to Trump. Like, so there's all these different ways that social media can be weaponized against people.
Of course.
Shit, if I'm Domino's, I'm like, I'd have somebody just do that shit with a certain amount of followers and be like, there you go. Yeah, so for any of you guys that like saw that boycott Pizza Hut shit, it's bullshit. They're not donating to your guy, so you can eat Pizza Hut with guilt free. You don't have to boycott anybody. Can you imagine that shit?
Oh, it's only gonna get worse.
And it's like, now they're digging up shit from fucking 10 years ago. Kevin Hart and motherfuckers. And the thing is like, how the fuck is Kevin Hart? Did Kevin Hart have to like go on an apology tour and not to go on the Oscar? And I thought that was a bitch move of him, by the way. Like, you're making fuck you money. You should tell them to fuck off. He's like, fuck this, I quit. And then he's like, I'm sorry. Fuck that, man. Fuck them. It's a fucking joke. Can't take a joke. Like, they go nuts over that. But a government elected official is in blackface and is described as a racial epithet in Virginia, one of the bigger states, and that's fucking cool. I can't figure you fuckers out. They just buried that. He's still the governor.
I remember that story. That's right.
Yeah, they buried it. He's still there.
Wacky college hijinks.
He's posing he's posing in blackface next to a Klansman.
Well, and that's in the yearbook.
That made the fucking yearbook. That's not even like. I can't even imagine the other parties he showed up to. And he had a wacky nickname because he was known for that shit. Still your governor. Because he's got a certain fucking letter in front of your name. And then people wonder why I'm like, I'm independent. Fuck that shit.
Wow, I remember that. He did weather the storm. I thought he was toast. I remember that.
He didn't. You know why he weathered the storm? Because they make up excuses for themselves and then attack people they don't like. I see it over and over again. Where's your outrage, John?
Hey, I'm not a supporter of blackface.
Why aren't you pissed? Why aren't you fucking? Why aren't you mad? Because MSNBC didn't tell you to be mad longer?
At the time, I remember they were rounding me up. Yeah, they were
and then it just went away.
It always does.
Yep, and he's still there. They couldn't do it because there was a brother next in line that was on the meet that got accused of Me Too. And then the next dude was Republican, so they just fucking let's just bury that shit. And all of this is fucking attached to social media, leaking shit. You can't do anything fucking bad. Some things are worse than others. I think that one's pretty fucking, I think that one's pretty goddamn damning if you're an elected official, as opposed to if you're just some fucking comedian cracking a goddamn joke.
Oh, if a photo like that of me showed up, I mean, I think I'd get fired, like in a heartbeat.
Oh, you? Oh, oh, yeah. You be you be like, brother, can you spare me a dime?
Oh, it surfaced.
Yep, there it is. Anyway, yeah, shit is wild, bro. Shit is wild. Don't trust nothing. Question everybody, even myself. That's all I say. Question everything, even myself. And when they tell you some shit, be like, who's benefiting from this? And who's giving you the information? That's all I'm saying. All right, give me something else. We started heavy. Let's fucking lighten it up. You got anything about dicks or anything?
Always.
All right, let's break it down. Let's lighten that shit the fuck up, son.
No, I've got, let's see.
Or just give me something, bro.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay. I was trying to find alternatives to sex, but...
No.
Those are fun. Who doesn't want that? Yeah, here we go.
Hey, there it is, John.
6 ways to have sex without having sex.
Written by John Matthews.
Pull this.
There's jerking off next to your lover.
Yep. Oh.
And then rolling over and falling asleep without touching her.
I can't believe she told you about that before she told me about that. So she was lying there quietly, like, John's jerking off. Let me call Jude. It's crazy.
And I can't believe... Did you get all your shit back, or she still, like, got your
Yeah, I
shit?
did. Yeah.
All right, so we can bring her on now. She don't want to come on.
I don't know.
Does she?
Moving on. How about those Dodgers, huh?
Would you do it for $100?
5? No. This is not on the table.
500 is
This
too
is not
much.
on the table.
500 is too much because I don't know if she's gonna freak out and hang out. I'd be willing to do it. I'd be willing to roll the dice for $100.
I was so glad that went away. I was so pleased that died.
All right, whatever.
All right.
Whatever.
Okay.
You don't need $100. You don't need $100.
200. Now,
All
so
right, fine.
you can make out like teenagers. Lots of heavy petting.
Oh, you're still on that.
All right, fine.
Okay, what else? Keep going.
right.
I want to hear. I want to hear.
Okay.
Make out like teenagers, heavy petting. That's hot sometimes.
Yeah.
If you put your dick in her afterwards, somewhere.
So you've never made out? Well, in recent years, you never made out with somebody. Maybe the shirt comes off, and then you don't have sex.
Yo, there's been one time I would dry hump this chick. She was this Asian chick, and I fucking nutted during the dry hump, and I'd never done that. I was like, fuck. I think I was like 19 or 20. She was also she was like Chinese, and she'd be like, I'd fuck her, and then she'd be like, Jude, come outside, I want you to hear something. And then she would play me like Chinese pop songs, and I'd just be like, make this shit stop. Like, oh, that's sweet. And then when I was living with my grandparents, I was sleeping, and there was a knock on my window, and it was her brother. He's like, have you seen Son around, or whatever the fuck her name is? I'm like, no, dude. And like, don't knock on my window at fucking 3 in the morning. You're gonna freak out my grandparents. I got evicted from my house, so I had to go live with my grandma.
Oh boy.
Shit ain't easy being me.
Get great at hand jobs. Have you ever had a hand job without sex?
I like it. My ex used to give me fucking my first serious girlfriend used to give me fucking mean hand jobs. I used to love that shit. It's like some girls like getting finger fucked. You know what I mean?
So without the sex, there's a hand job. You come and then
Yeah,
thanks
it's
for
fucking
coming.
hot. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they know how to give a nice hand job and edge you and shit, keep it going, stuff, it's fucking hot.
Go all in for oral.
I mean, yeah.
Don't be shy. Really get a lot of spit between your hand and the shaft, because that'll make for great lubricant.
It does. And the way to get that spit is go deep. Go deep.
You know.
Till you feel like you're gonna gag or cry, and then you get that real thick, good spit.
Well, I'm just thinking of those pornos where the guy, with a woman, it's just covered with saliva and it's like dripping down.
Well, it doesn't need to be like that deep. Like
gross.
it's like there's a,
It's a sweet spot.
There's a sweet spot. And like those, are you talking about the ones where they just dog them and fucking go gah 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 gah?
I know, and the mascara's running.
I mean, that's kind of hot. I don't want to do it. It's probably gonna fucking stink, but like,
Ugh.
I'll jerk off to it. Like, I don't want any of those people in my home, you know. But I'll jerk off to them. I haven't seen that one in a minute. Oh yeah, what was the name of that? Someone text me that. Someone DM me the name of that shit. Something like gaggers or fucking dog their face. It was like some real fucking, like, yeah, what's your name? Yeah, you look like a fucking stupid whore. Like, they say shit like that. Stand up. Look at you, your fat ass. And then just fucking dog them. Like, Jesus.
So you can also set a kiss goal. And they're talking about kissing 200 times. Or I'm going to kiss every inch of your body. All right,
How are you gay without getting fucked in your ass? Set a kiss goal. Gay. Which is cool if you're into being gay. I'm just saying, it's gay.
And of course, bring in some dildos and toys and shit like that.
Hey.
And one way to really go for it here is to tease. That's the last on the list. Tease your partner, work up some sexual tension.
But then you got to fucking finish them off.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
It's like, yeah, blue balls.
That was fun.
Oh, fuck. I know they suck, dude. I only got them a couple times, and I did not like that. They were very painful.
I've read that that's largely bullshit.
I don't know. I said, look, I got him a couple times. So, and I've been involved with chicks a bunch. So maybe it is bullshit, but I've got him twice. And I had to jerk off with soap at the factory. I was working midnight shifts. So I had her till like 6, and I just could not. She would not let me seal the deal. So I had to go to work with this fucking raging hard on, and fucking an hour into it, my nuts were just aching. So I went to the bathroom and just jerked off with hand soap.
Boy,
it got him the hole and it hurt, but I came still.
Oh man. So you will not be surprised by this, but men, according to a new study, are now avoiding women at work. Another sign that we're being punished for Me Too.
I was saying this with Bonnie Rotten, and she co-signed me. The Me Too shit, the people that I've seen that have been fucking total pieces of shit have not curbed their behavior. And dudes that are fucking like cool and kind of cautious have fucking are staying away from women because the risk reward is just not fucking worth it, man. It's just not fucking worth it.
I know that you've said specifically that you avoid one-on-ones with women in the office, which I
try. And the thing is if I do it, like, I'll make sure there's a witness over here watching or some shit like that.
But you've always been that way. That's not new.
No, it's not new. And the other thing, like, look, man, if you suck dick and got a part, fuck you.
What?
No one told you to suck dick. Like, you could have walked out. You're a grown up. You have your own fucking you have your own choice of what you do with your body. You don't have to suck a dick to get a part. You can just not get the fucking part. And I hate to break it to you, sometimes it's the fucking chick's idea to suck the dick to get the goddamn part. It works both ways. So, like, don't make fucking $10 million, get old, or fucking get some drug habit, fall off, and then be like, oh, I got Me Too. Like, really? Tell that to your fucking bank account. I'm not for rape.
Good.
I'm not for rape, but all of that shit got convoluted, and that's why Me Too became a goddamn punchline. It did. I'm not the only, like, Me Too became a fucking punchline, dude.
But this kind of shit doesn't occur to me personally. They're saying 27% of men avoid one-on-one meetings with female coworkers.
Or they'll have the meetings with the door open.
21% of men said they would be reluctant to hire women for a job that will require close interaction. And then 19% of men would be reluctant to hire an attractive woman. That's absurd.
And well, look,
That's dumb.
Here's the problem, because then you got believe women. So all it takes is a fucking accusation, and your fucking name is mud. And then
I don't think so. I mean, someone out there who wants to accuse me of this,
John, you're nothing. You don't fucking matter. Like, people gonna have their whole fucking shit destroyed, have shit pulled from them. Look at the little fucking Indian fella, Asari. Aziz
that was
Ansari.
terrible. That was weird.
Yeah, he had consensual fucking sex with some chick, and then she felt bad about it the next day.
Now,
and
that's
then,
not the story that she tells.
What does she say?
She, if I remember correctly, she didn't like what was happening and said he was forceful, and she felt as though she didn't really have a choice, and so he behaved in a way that she didn't like. That's what she did. And then she wrote about it. But, I mean, I thought that was very weird. I didn't think that was fair.
I don't know, man. No one, someone grabs the back of my head while I'm eating pussy and I don't like it, I'll just pull up and be like, all right, man, I'm gonna fuck out of here. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And that's her fucking, even her side is a bit rough to believe. Like I said with the Louis C.K., when you hire motherfuckers, you're not allowed to fucking sexually harass them. That's sexual harassment. But if they're not on the fucking job and they're in your goddamn bedroom, get the fuck up and leave. I'm allowed to be naked in my house, aren't I? Aren't I?
I hope so.
Okay. So if I want to be naked in my house, you can get up and leave.
Well, all right. So wait a minute. So you're saying that if you invite me over and then suddenly you just stroll to the bathroom naked, I mean, I wouldn't really care. I'd be a little shocked. I mean,
you just leave, or I'd say, hey, John, I'm about to get naked, and you just stand there.
Well, come to think of it, I went on a road trip once with a sports guy, and he came out just butt ass naked. I didn't care because we're all guys, but I was like, damn, that was a little weird, but I didn't really care.
Yeah. Like, whatever, man.
But you wouldn't do that with a woman, obviously.
Whatever, man. Like, I had to fucking fuck a girl and fuck her twice just to get my book reviewed. And I knew what the fuck I was getting into because I'm a goddamn grown-up. I'm not a fucking idiot. I understand things are transactional at times. Sometimes sex is transactional.
Would you have fucked her anyway?
Yeah. Yeah, I would have.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have. But that being said, I worked really hard to sell that book. If there's some fucking old, if there's anybody that knows any old people that run studios, any old ladies, I will fucking come on. I will eat you out. I'll eat your asshole. I'll fuck the shit out of you. I'll do whatever it takes to get my shit made because the people deserve it. And
you're doing it for the people.
Yeah, and I worked really hard. Like, I'd much rather do that one night than have to fucking bust ass touring for a fucking year straight, lose money just to get my shit out there.
All right.
So let me just restate this for you people that are outraged. I'm not for sexual harassment. I'm not for sexual molestation or any rape or that shit. But, like, if you fuck somebody and regret it, that's not rape. If you fuck somebody, if you do transitional fucking, congratulations, you're a prostitute. That doesn't make you a fucking, that's not me too. Not in my brain. And there's a bunch of dudes that feel that way, and they won't come out and say it. That's it. What else you got?
Well, I can hit you with some good news if you want that.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that was fucking,
I can give you
that was
something
a heavy
else.
fucking news.
No,
Jesus
not
Christ.
Really?
All right.
I mean, there was some.
And now, time for good news.
This lady, she's 99 years old. She's a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. Her name is Catherine Kyle. Now, she lived just 6 miles from the home stadium, but for some reason, she never went to a game. But they recently fixed that.
Some fan.
Nearly Kyle's entire family, 16 children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, they all went to a game, and, of course, she got to meet some of the players, and she was stoked.
She's 100 years old.
99.
She could have saw Roberto Clemente, Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds. Never got to a game. It's 6 miles away, lady.
That's the part of the story I don't really get, but if you want to hear...
So that's the good news? That a lady that didn't have a lot of drive, finally at 99 they took her there, and she probably doesn't even understand what's happening.
Hey, she's got 16 children,
Where
grandchildren.
am I?
She's got a...
Where am I? Where are these people? Why are you giving me a hot dog?
She's a lovely lady.
Man, your good news is be fucking corn. All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
Let's see her.
They're a bunch of nice guys, I think. What I want to do is hear them sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." It's 7th inning.
This was a collective effort between many of her grandkids, great-grandkids, and I just feel lucky to be a part of it.
Bad
They
grandkids.
made this come together. It was a lot of moving parts.
Hit pause. She's 90 fucking 9. Not one of you guys could have taken her to the fucking thing in the last fucking 40 years. Hey, real talk. Take Me Out to the Ball Game. That's my shit. I love that shit.
You being serious?
I fucking love Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Look, man, we just don't do, like, we don't have, like, little rituals anymore, man. That's, like, one of the few rituals that's, like, kind of dope. You do Take Me Out, buy me some peanuts and cracker jam. That's the shit, dude. Like, take me out to the ball game, man. It's fun.
Different time.
Yeah, it harkens back to a different time. Take me out. She actually wrote that song.
I see.
She also wrote the national. She wrote the national anthem, and she sewed the first American flag.
Oh, man.
That was Betty Scott Keys, y'all. Is that the news?
That's it.
Hey.